alerts to your cell phone on the location, speed, and driving habits, and you set boundary alerts. You can call and speak live with an ASC certified mechanic, and if you have an accident and can't respond, Hum will automatically send for help. All this and more for just $10 a month. And if you're in Marion County, I'll even deliver and set it up for free. Call me 352-528-0020.
All right, 6 minutes after 11 o'clock. Beautiful looking Friday. Gosh, it is Friday. Isn't that good news? You know what's getting exciting? The more we hear about it is the Olympics. And now that the two political conventions were sort of like a political Olympics, but the actual Olympics, of course, is happening down in Rio de Janeiro in just a few days, weeks, right? Months. Simon Gleave is on the phone. He's the head of analysis at Grace Note Sports. He's going to talk to us about his guess on and forecast for the most likely gold, silver, and bronze medal winners by country at the Brazil 2016 Olympics. This is fun stuff. Simon Gleave. Good morning, Simon. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right. Where are you calling from?
I'm near Amsterdam in the Netherlands at the moment, where it sounds like it's a nice day there with you where you are, whereas it's pretty grey and rainy here, unfortunately.
Oh, is it really? Okay. The Netherlands. Wow. Remember that song? I actually like that song, but I can't remember the guy's name. But anyway, so you want to predict which countries will win?
Yeah, we have what we call a virtual medal table, which is a prediction of every one of the 306 events in Rio, which then aggregates up into a medal table, showing how many medals will be won by each of the countries.
Do you do this every Olympics?
Yeah, well, yes, but the first one we actually did this on was 4 years ago in London. So
okay.
This is the second time around for the Summer Games. But yeah, in principle, we do this for every Olympic.
And what are the predictions based on?
They're based on performance data from the last 4 years since the last Olympics. So every time that an athlete or whatever a sport it is steps out and does a performance, then that's in our database, and we use those to predict what's going to happen this time around.
So when there's a political fly in the ointment, so to speak, do you have to change your predictions? For example, the Russian thing that just was in the news last week?
Yeah, we're actually in the process at the moment of getting it perfect for just before the game starts. So we base our predictions then on who's actually entered to do which events. But we've already taken, for example, the Russian track and field team out of what we have, and that's obviously had quite an effect on what we expect from Russia this time around. And in fact, Russia is normally a country which you'd expect to find in the top three nations on the Olympic medal table, but this time that is very much under threat from Great Britain, Germany, maybe even France or Australia.
Oh, really?
So that's had a big effect. Yeah.
So when you make predictions, does your own loyalty get in the way sometimes? Like, is it hard to say, oh my gosh, Russia's going to win, and I really want my country to win? Does that happen?
No, not at all. I mean, it's purely data driven, so there's there can be no bias from me into this. No, absolutely, it's all driven by the data that we have. So that's an advantage to it, is that you have no human bias based on this. So it should be something that's just coming closer to the truth, we hope.
Do you have a breakdown between female and male athletes, or does that not matter?
No, we do that. We take every event, so I can certainly break down female and male athletes. And what's interesting from your point of view, from the US point of view, is that the US medal count of we have the US on 89 medals, 37 gold. We have nearly 60% of those medals being won by women this time around, which would be a record for the US. Canada, which is expected to win quite substantially fewer medals than the US, of course, has a higher percentage from its women, but otherwise no one else has such a high influence from their female athletes.
Well, is there one sport that America seems to do good at every single time? Seems like swimming comes up a lot. Is that just because I'm seeing Michael Phelps' name in the news again, or like back? Remember, who was the other guy? Mark Spitz.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like swimming seems to be one of our things.
Yeah, there's actually two very big, important sports, and it won't surprise you, swimming, indeed, and track and field. So usually around half of America's medals are coming from those two sports. And, what you'll find this time around is we're predicting that the US will top the medal table at the end of the games, which will be for the sixth time in a row. But at the beginning of the games, China, which is the big rival for the US, China will lead in the first few days, we think.
Oh, really?
And it'll only come to the point that the US will overtake China, because then towards the end of that first week, beginning of the second week, you're getting to the point where the swimming is coming to a climax. So there's lots and lots of finals taking place. The track and field is beginning, and that's the point where the US should overtake China.
Isn't it very, very? Doesn't it make you feel good that something as competitive as the Olympic sports, and yet the Olympians themselves have great sportsmanship? In other words, if a Chinese swimmer wins and an American swimmer doesn't, they're not going to be enemies because of it. They're going to be, oh man, you did the best you could. You always see them out there. They're slapping each other on the back, making sure that they know that they're behind them, and they're congratulating each other. It's, I don't know. It's heartening. It's a good thing. I wish the rest of the world would be like the Olympic athletes are.
Yeah.
It's a very good thing. It's one of the reasons we all watch, of course.
Yeah, I think so.
All the great stories that it pulls out. Yeah, absolutely.
And what country do you think will get the most medals in the female gymnast? Because America has some fabulous female gymnasts, but it seems the other countries seem to always be first.
So is Europe, someplace in Europe, right?
Well, we think the star of the games this time around in gymnastics will be Simone Biles, the American. She's projected to win 4 gold medals in our virtual medal table, and so that's a performance which nobody has achieved since the Los Angeles Games in '84. No, not just Americans, but anybody in the world. So that would be a phenomenal performance. But she has dominated female gymnastics over the last few years, so that's to be expected.
Wow! And do you know that name, Robin?
I think so.
Tell me the name again. What's her name?
Simone Biles.
Simone. Okay, I didn't understand when you said it. All right. So who else can we look forward to? Is there any? Can you predict an upset?
Not really. Upsets are very tricky. I mean, if I could predict, we could probably predict an upset that isn't really an upset because it's coming out of the data. But predicting an upset is very, very tricky. People come from nowhere the whole time, so that's not an easy thing to do.
Do the judges matter in your predictions? The names of the judges?
We're purely taking the performance data from World Championships, from World Cups, from Grand Prix, from all the different events that they do between Olympics. So we're not taking account of anything like judging or anything like that. It's purely based on where people are finishing and the performance that they produce.
Wow. I just went to GraceNote.com, and I don't think I've ever heard of this before. What is GraceNote?
GraceNote. GraceNote is the largest entertainment data provider in the world, and we're actually the only company that delivers sports, video, and music data to all sorts of things. So
really,
it's a data company basically. Yeah.
So I can go here and watch videos and listen to music and check out the latest game. Is it live streaming on the sports stuff?
No, it's data. So with sport, it's literally what has somebody done in a particular sport. What performance did they do? What was the time that Usain Bolt ran? What is his date of birth? Where is he from? All of this sort of thing, and all of the people that take
part. Oh, this is
are in our database.
This is fascinating stuff. Sports. I just clicked on it. Sports data. Okay, and then I can sound like an expert on the radio then, just looking at your page. Oh wow! See, this is.
Isn't that what you have me on for?
Yes, this is yeah. But you're only on for 10 minutes. I'm going to be on later on, and I got to know what I'm talking about. Well, that's maybe the more important thing of what we're talking about right now. Go to GraceNote.com. Right, GraceNote.com. Did I say it right?
Yeah. And then /sports will give you the sports information.
Oh, okay. But there's music, and I'm going to check this out now. Okay,
Nice.
wow. Well, thank you for being on the air with us, Simon, and stay dry over in the Netherlands. It's raining.
Will, yeah. Thanks very much.
All right, we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Erica Olstein. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine. So, you used to be wired, now you're just tired. You used to be thin, but now you're the heaviest you've ever been. You don't necessarily always have to take a med if your thyroid is playing dead. If you have a thyroid disorder, an acupuncture visit may be in order. Come visit me, your primary care physician, Erica Olstein, at A Better You Healthcare. Call me at 352-615-5566.
If you've been waiting all summer long for just the right time to shrub up, that is to add some green and growing decor to your yard, your time has come. The place is Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Prices have been slashed on all your favorites like boxwood, Florida petalum, ligustrum, Indian hawthorn, blue Pacific juniper, and many more. Not $12 or $15. All these shrubs are summer clearance price at $2.99 and $3.99 at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. Want a tree? The truckload tree sale means you buy one, you get a second one half price, delivered, planted, and guaranteed. And Bob still has a nice selection of herbs perfect for planting now at half price. Check the selection of blooming closeouts starting at just $1. More deals this week at BobWinesCameliaGardens.net. Same location for more than 60 years, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, just east of US 441, growing greener with Ocala since 1952.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News, every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
WOCA.
Kevin Costner and Modern West take Ocala by storm when they hit the Circle Square Cultural Center stage on Saturday, August 27th. That's right, see award-winning actor and singer-songwriter Kevin Costner up close and personal at the Circle Square Cultural Center. Kevin Costner and Modern West perform a rocking blend of original and famous music. Tickets on sale now. Visit csculturalcenter.com. That's csculturalcenter.com. Or call 352-854-3670.
Are you ready to be inspired? Are you ready to hear a message of hope? If so, join me, William F. Stiles, inspirational speaker, live right here every Friday morning on WOCA, 9:35 a.m. Learn how you are amazing right now, today. Learn to see how special you are. Join me Friday morning, 9:35 a.m.
Nestled in the heart of horse country, just off I-75 exit 354, the award-winning and newly refreshed Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala invites you to pamper yourself in one of our comfy guest rooms. Enjoy our free and fast Wi-Fi, heated outdoor swimming pool, 24-hour fitness center, and our deluxe continental breakfast. Other on-site amenities include a restaurant, putt-putt golf, and a car wash. Go happy, go Hojo at the Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala, proud sponsor of Friday Night High School football on WOCA, The Source.
I'm Charlie Stone, a conservative businessman, and I've been honored to represent Marion and Levy counties in the Florida House. We've balanced the budget, cut taxes and fees $1 billion, fostered a business climate that created over 1 million new jobs, and we've invested in education and infrastructure. But there's more to do, and I'm ready to cut more waste and needless regulations and protect our freedoms and liberties. I'm Charlie Stone, and I'm asking for your vote for state representative on August 30th.
Paid by Charlie Stone, Republican for state representative.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies, we're so happy eating cookies. Cookies!
You You can't put it off any longer. It's time to replace your home's AC system.
The answer is ACesolvesItAll.com and an exceptionally efficient AC system. Let the pros at ACE show you how you can save on energy monthly and give your family added comfort. The great thing is that ACeSolvesItAll.com is on call 7 to 7, 7 days a week at no extra charge.
For a limited time, mention WOCA and get a special discount.
Call 877-765-4ACE or ACeSolvesItAll.com.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
All right, 21 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. It's July 29th. When my son was younger, July was always the month we would use for a road trip. We would go camping someplace. He used to love going places.
Yeah.
Now he's married, has his own life, his own family, right? I think I should travel. I think I should get out and do something, Robin. I have a travel expert on the phone. Sarah Gavin is the Vice President of Global Communications at Expedia Travel. I've actually used Expedia.
Oh, cool.
Oh, man, I love Expedia. Good morning, Sarah. How are you?
Good. Well, hearing that, I'm fantastic.
Yeah, well, it's a great service. I mean, I got the cheapest rooms up at, where did I go? Chattanooga? It worked out so well. Yes, thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah, it really did. How do you get those prices? How come everybody doesn't use you? That's what I want. And I'm not trying to do an ad for you, but I'm really being honest.
You know, we get those prices because we have great relationships with hotel partners. You know, hotel partners want to get rid of rooms. We're the place to go do it, and that means that we can pass on great savings to you.
Oh man, and you really did. I mean, I must have saved $300 just by using your services. So, what kind of information do you have on packaged? It says here packaged travel booking options.
Well, you know, we've all been told that if you want to save any money on travel, you have to go wake up at 2 a.m. on Tuesday morning so that you can shop your airfare sales and save $20 on your air ticket, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody's been told that since, 1982 or something. Forget all of that silly nonsense. If you want to save money on your travel, book your travel as a package. And what that means really isn't a pre-package. It doesn't mean anyone's telling you what you have to do or how you have to travel. It means you pick the flight you want, you pick the hotel you want, and you just book them together in one transaction. It's the same concept as bundling your insurance or your cable and your internet. Everybody knows you save a ton of money when you do that. And the same applies to travel.
Okay, so I've actually done this. So that's exactly what I did when I used Expedia in the past. It's exactly good because you make it easy, and you can see those choices right there. And I could do this show for you. Okay, I love what you do, and it's so easy. Okay, I'm sorry.
I was going to say there's one example that is so crazy right now. I was looking at all of our package savings numbers of what real customers are saving over the course of the summer, and if you wanted to go to London this summer. If you and I decided let's go to London, we could save up to $1,800 on your whole London trip just by booking your hotel and your flight together. Isn't that crazy?
Did you say you and I are going to go? Is that what you said?
Yes, you did.
Wow.
I've got it on tape.
Wow.
You guys are leaving.
Going to London. Do you know what? The one thing though and I also got this from your site, so you can also tell if it's a good hotel. And sometimes 3 stars is not so bad.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You know, it really comes down to having verified reviews. There's so many different places on the internet that are review sites these days, but most of them are review sites that are open to anyone. And so you don't know, is this the hotel reviewing it? Is it a competitor reviewing it? Did the person actually stay? On Expedia, you have to have actually completed your stay at a hotel before you can review it, which means our reviews are really credible, and they're by travelers just like you.
Do you get points like the traveler themselves, you know, like frequent flyer miles on the airlines? Do you also get points for staying in certain hotels?
Absolutely. So you get points. Our Expedia Rewards program, you get points for staying in any hotel, over 300,000 hotels to choose from. You can use those points to redeem them on any of those. And you also get points for booking your airfare, including you get to double dip. So on your airfare, you get Expedia points, and let's say you're a Delta member as well and you're flying on Delta, you can get your Delta miles too.
Oh my gosh.
Really? And you guys, now we did not rent a car through Expedia, but we could do that through you too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of times when people rent a car and they add it into that package or bundle that we were talking about, they save so much money that it's like their car is free.
And do you help people, like when there's a malfunction in the airlines? That one airline had to ground all their flights last week because of computer issues. Are you able to help your customers book different flights and get their money back from those kind of things that happen?
Yes, absolutely. We have spectacular customer service, and you know, if Expedia is calling on your behalf, you're usually in much better shape than if you're calling on your own. I mean, the other thing that you can do is buy travel insurance. So travel insurance, you know, 5 years ago was sort of a question mark for everybody. Now travel insurance is really a no-brainer. It's a great add-on to any big trip that you're doing to be able to really protect that investment and give yourself the ultimate flexibility.
Really? And I've heard of it, and I'm still not clear what it is. Do I, if I'm... How do I claim? What do they do? Pay for my trip if I don't? How does that work? What's the money exchange?
Yeah, I mean, so it's any number of things. I mean, you know, in the most extreme cases, let's say, you know, we actually had a customer who was over in Turkey recently, and decided that they obviously did not want to continue their trip. Travel insurance, you know, took care of them and got them home, took care of their flight, refunded their extra hotel rooms that they didn't use because there was, you know, such an emergency situation.
I gotcha. Okay. Oh wow! But they wouldn't have had that had they not bought the insurance.
Exactly.
Can we get cruises through Expedia?
You absolutely can. And you know, you were talking about your son. Cruises are a fantastic way to go multi-generational traveling when your kids are grown-ups, or you know, even when you've got.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah.
You know, you can have separate staterooms. Everybody can sort of get what makes sense for their budget. You don't have to be worried about will this dinner fit somebody's budget or won't it. There's plenty of activities for people to do, so it's a really nice way to travel with your broader family.
And can people buy gift certificates from Expedia to give as gifts to somebody else, or do you have to do it at the moment?
You know, Expedia doesn't have gift certificates, but Hotels.com does. And they're, you know, obviously the leader in selling hotels. So that's a really good option.
And what's the other thing people talk about? The Airbnb? Is that something we can do through you too?
Not Airbnb. We do have a relationship with HomeAway. And HomeAway the difference between Airbnb and HomeAway is that HomeAway is really about whole home rentals. So, you know, with Airbnb, sometimes you're renting out a spare room in somebody's house, or their couch, things like that.
Right.
You're sharing a shower, all of those things. At HomeAway, you're getting you are guaranteed to get the whole home.
I didn't know
They're
this.
very often second homes that you're renting.
Oh, wow.
You know who that would be good for? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, but you, right now, where are you? We're in Florida. We're not too far from Disney World. So the people who are visiting here would be so, well, some of them like the resorts and stuff.
Yeah, because they got pools.
But sometimes you got whole families or two families, and a house would be so much nicer, I think.
Mm-hmm. I've got 4 kids, and we use HomeAway all the time.
Do you really? And where are you?
Yep.
Where are you?
I'm in Seattle.
Where?
In Seattle.
Oh, Seattle. You're as far away as you can get from us.
I get down there a fair amount, though.
Sarah, thank you for being on the air with us. We're already fans, so it was an easy sell. Expedia.com is where I go, and I guess that's where you want to send the listeners, right?
Exactly. Thanks so much for your support. I'm glad you're a customer.
Thank you, Sarah. That was fun. And now you got me in the mood to go someplace. All right. Well, we'll take a break. Anyway, we'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Florida becomes the first state where the Zika virus has been transmitted locally.
Governor Rick Scott and health officials now say 4 people likely got infected with Zika by a mosquito, and that infection took place in a specific neighborhood just north of downtown Miami, traditionally known as Edgewater. The 4 patients are not hospitalized.
Fox Radio's Eben Brown. It's back on the campaign trail the morning after Hillary Clinton's historic speech.
The first time that a major party has nominated a woman for president.
She kicks off a bus tour throughout Pennsylvania. Donald Trump makes stops in Colorado. We're learning there's been a cyber attack against the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, which confirms it's a target of cybersecurity incident. And the Marine Corps says a pilot is dead after one of its fighter jets crashes in the California desert during a training session. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Psst, hey, it's me, your car. No, it's not the voice of your car phone or your GPS that gives you driving directions. I'm sorry to interrupt your tunes, but we need to talk. Take a look around. I'm not the new car I used to be. The season's dirt and mud really did a number on my carpet here. And that iced coffee you spilled, that didn't help. And with the rain showers and all, I know it's going to be a real mud bath in here. So do me a favor and get a set of WeatherTech floor liners. Got it? Now, how about a wash and detail? What do you say?
WeatherTech floor liners and cargo liners keep your vehicle's carpet safe from spills and messes. Made of the highest quality materials and laser measured, WeatherTech floor liners are specifically designed for your vehicle. And they're made in America. If it could talk, your vehicle would thank you. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech. Complete protection, completely American made.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Here are today's headlines from The Source, WOCA. A man wanted for his involvement in a scheme to murder the mayor of Williston nearly 40 years ago was captured by the FBI yesterday. The FBI recently got new information that 67-year-old William Claiborne Taylor was living in Reidsville, North Carolina under a false name. Special agents took Taylor into custody yesterday. Taylor was wanted for his alleged involvement in the January 8th, 1977 murder of a former Immigration and Naturalization Service official and the shooting of a former mayor of Williston. On the night of the murder, Taylor and an accomplice who is now dead are said to have pulled alongside a car that was occupied by the victims. Authorities think Taylor shot and killed the official during an attempt to murder the mayor. On May 15, 1980, Taylor was indicted by a Marion County grand jury in Ocala for murder and aggravated battery. He was arrested on May 20, 1980 in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and subsequently released on a $20,000 personal recognizance bond returnable to Ocala, but Taylor never appeared in Ocala to surrender. On August 6, 1980, a federal arrest warrant was issued by the U.S. Middle District of Florida after Taylor was charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Taylor is now being held in the Guilford County, North Carolina Detention Center. There's been a looming fear that mosquitoes would start spreading the Zika virus in the United States. Now that possibility seems increasingly real. Yesterday, senior officials at the Food and Drug Administration said they have asked blood donation centers in 2 Florida counties, and those would be Miami-Dade and Broward counties, to stop collecting blood for the time being. The move came after investigators ruled out travel as the cause of 4 cases of Zika virus in those counties. Florida health officials announced the cases last week. The people had not traveled to places where Zika is endemic and don't appear to have contracted it through sex, leaving a possibility that they got the virus from being bitten by infected mosquitoes in the United States. If they did acquire the virus from domestic mosquitoes, it could mean that others in the area also may have acquired Zika virus locally and may have donated blood without knowing it was infected. In an effort to, quote, help ensure the safety of the nation's blood supply, unquote, Dr. Peter Marks, director director of the FDA's Center for Biologics Evaluation and Research, said in a statement that blood collections should not resume in the area until the centers can test each incoming blood donation for Zika virus. The agency suggested that neighboring counties do the same and that at-risk counties across the United States screen donors before collecting blood. Astronauts who flew to the moon have been dying of cardiovascular disease, and researchers believe it's the result of deep space radiation all those years ago. 8 of the 24 Apollo veterans have died, and Professor Michael Delp at Florida State University says they suffered from cardiovascular problems at a rate that's way out of proportion. He said, quote, the Apollo astronauts had a 4 to 5 times higher mortality rate due to cardiovascular disease compared to the non-flight astronauts and the low Earth orbit astronauts. Delp says deep space radiation is the most likely culprit, but they don't know for sure. If more research supports these findings, it means that's one more problem for NASA to solve as the space agency sends astronauts on to deep space destinations like Mars. And Florida lottery players, like their counterparts in other states, now have a chance to win an estimated $478 million Powerball jackpot on Saturday's drawing. Officials say it's the 5th largest jackpot in Powerball history. The Powerball jackpot has rolled 23 times since the May 11th drawing. And those are the headlines from The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sun mixing with clouds today. There'll be a spotty thunderstorm in the afternoon and evening, high 90 to 94. Patchy clouds tonight, low 74 to 76. Partly sunny for tomorrow and Sunday with an afternoon thunderstorm around each day, high 90 to 94 tomorrow and 88 to 92 Sunday. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Heather Zayer.
Yeah, I'm that drip coming down from the corner of the room. But where did I come from? I'll never tell.
Bone Dry Roofing can and will fix it right the first time using quality materials and will deal honestly and fairly with you, period. You can find Bone Dry Roofing on their website, bonedryroofingllc.com, and Facebook at Bone Dry Roofing LLC. Do it right before your roof needs a tarp to keep the elements out. Bone Dry Roofing stands behind the work to help make your home safe and secure. Plus, they have financing available. Remember, if you're not bone dry, then you're all wet.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
So, sugar-free gum versus mints, it's the gum. Big winner. Now, this could be a chicken and egg question. Is Target influencing nearby home prices, or are they opening stores in areas where home values are already rising? Realty Track didn't know, but still, it's good news if you live near a Target store. The next big thing is a droney. That's a selfie taken with a drone.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Today in Florida Ag News, I'm a Southeast AgNet. Anyone with ties to the agricultural industry is encouraged to get tickets for the 2016 Agriculture and Gardening Day at the University of Florida Gators homecoming football game, October 15th. Dr. Jack Payne, UF Senior Vice President for Agriculture and Natural Resources, hopes ag producers from across the state will attend.
Gator football season is now upon us, and I'd like to invite anyone connected to Florida agriculture to take advantage of what we're calling the Farmer's Discount on football tickets to our October 15th game against the University of Missouri. And I really want to thank AgNet Media for partnering with us in promoting this great event. Just go to the IFAS webpage at ifas.ufl.edu, and that will lead you to the discount where you type in Ag Day 2016, one word, into the promo code box to get your ticket discounts.
To learn more about the ticket discounts, you can go to our website, southeastagnet.com.
Producers, save big this growing season when you make the switch to a clean, efficient propane irrigation engine. First, you'll save up to 40% on the purchase compared with an equivalent diesel engine. Then save up to 50% on operating costs. Finally, you can say goodbye to high maintenance costs. Propane engines are EPA and Tier 4 compliant without any of the expensive fluids or filters required for diesel. Add it all up, and propane is second only to rain when it comes to savings. Learn more about making the switch to propane at propane.com/agriculture.
Attention citrus growers, production managers, industry professionals. The 25th Annual Citrus Expo is set for August 17th and 18th at the Lee Civic Center, Fort Myers. Don't wait. Pre-register now at citrusexpo.net. All pre-registered growers are eligible to win a John Deere gun safe provided by Everglades Farm Equipment. Other sponsors include Tecenderlo Curley, the Citrus Research and Development Foundation, GP Solutions, Orchex, Fresh from Florida, Keyplex, and New Farm. Get all the details at citrusexpo.net and in Citrus Industry Magazine.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.